What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to the newest, somewhat quickest episode of the Toronto Huskies. Here today, we are here at the bye week, and there was some rumors of a PL Mullins career, like this is your life, and reports have stated that production on that was halted after an altercation at the PL Mullins household, and that maybe next season during our bye, it could be completed. So what we're going to do here today is do a preview of the 2021 draft class, which is now completed. It is now live on the PC. It is now live on the Xbox One. All that information is in the video description below. If you guys have been waiting on my 2021 draft classes, the time is now. We're going to do a quick preview of those draft classes. And, you know, that's pretty much all it's, but there's not going to be a long turnaround. This video needs to get done. It's going to mix up between Huskies and just an informative video. And 2 days from now on Thursday, there's going to be a brand new Huskies episode. So it's not like I'm giving you this episode, wait another week, because not gonna rob you like that. But this is still an informative video because I like seeing who you guys want me to target. Now, it is an entirely different beast when we do the live stream, the off-season live stream, because everyone that's in the chat, like, will be spamming, get Tua, and then we found out that Josh Allen wanted to get traded. And it kind of worked out, but this year it's a whole nother monster. This year's a whole nother monster because there's a meme going around saying, oh, the Huskies, they can never retain their quarterback. Are they going to ship off Tua and try to draft Trevor Lawrence or something crazy like that? So I want you guys to go through this. A lot of these guys should be familiar. For the most part, they are freshmen that are currently in college football. A lot of the big names, like I said, most people should know Trevor Lawrence, Amon-Ra St. Brown, JT Daniels, Rondale Moore, Patrick Surtain, Justin Fields, AJ Dillon. Like, these guys are all, for the most part, if you watch college football at a medium level, you should be familiar with some of these names. So we're going to go through them. We can't scout all of them right away, but I definitely want you guys to give me some names of players you definitely want me to scout and put on our short list for the upcoming draft. Like, if you know you're not going to be able to tune into the live stream, definitely get your voices heard now. So we're going to start at the quarterback room. There are some pretty decent quarterbacks, but again, we have Tua, so unless something crazy happens, which I don't foresee, right, guys? We're not going to need a quarterback. There are some good quarterbacks in this class. Trevor Lawrence, JT Daniels, Justin Fields, and Alan Bowman are probably the three best freshman quarterback in college football right now. But Emory Jones, Adrian Martinez aren't bad. Then you got some guys with some upside. Davis Mills, Kasim Hill, Sam Ellinger, Christian McCaffrey's brother. You got Sam Hartman, who's doing some good things for Wake Forest. Sermon Show from the Oregon Ducks rebuild that we just did. He was actually pretty good. But yeah, I mean, you know, maybe we could be in the market for a backup quarterback. We don't know what's going to happen with Tom Savage. We don't know really what life holds after that impressive record-breaking performance he had last week. So we might be in the market for a backup quarterback. So those are some names. At the running back spot, we got AJ Dillon. Some people are saying he should be a fullback at the next level. I see a guy that can just go right in the lines of a James Conner. Has a lot of good traits. Jamar Jefferson, Oregon State, not known for their elite top-end talent. I mean, the last guy that they had probably was Brandon Cooks, but Jefferson is an excellent running back. Yet Stephen Carr from USC, Puka Williams from Kansas, Keontae Ingram, Zamir White, Lorenzo Lingard, Stevie Scott, Trey Sermon, Ricky Slade, Ricky Pearson. That probably does it for the running backs that I'm really familiar with. But I mean, running back, that's an interesting spot. I mean, we have PL Mullins, we have Corey Clement, but we don't really have, you know, a three-down franchise runner right now. It could be PL Mullins. You know, the PL Mullins era could start sooner than later, but he, you know, in terms of proven production halfway through this year, I mean, I don't think we can immediately eliminate any running backs off our draft boards. Currently, no fullbacks have decided to declare. There's no fullbacks that are worth drafting. At the wide receiver spot, we have amon-ra St. Brown, who is one of the best. Like, either one of these wide receivers, I think, are going to be big-time upgrades to this team if we wanted to. I don't really know where we're going to pick right now. Like, I feel like we might be able to make a run here and make a playoff push. But there are, you know, even Jalen Waddle from Alabama, lots of speed, not big-bodied guys, you know, 6 feet, 200 pounds, not small, but these guys here are speedsters, and we can definitely add more speed. You can always add more speed to your offense. Justin Shorter, you got Tariq Black, KJ Hamler. Like, these guys should be familiar names to you guys if you watch college football. A couple guys that were just high recruits, because it is kind of, you know, it is difficult to make draft classes around this point, because a lot of times I'm looking at star ratings, because these guys are true freshmen. So if you're a 5-star, 4-star, top 15 recruit from high school that's currently just redshirt or whatever, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt and putting you in these draft classes. So there's not a whole lot of proven production, especially when you get beyond, you know, really the third round. But there are some guys here that are interesting, and I'm assuming if you don't know who they are, maybe you're just a fan of South Carolina, you know who Trey Smith is, or you're a fan of Miami, you know who Mark Pope is. But yeah, we could always definitely look at bringing in another wide receiver. Tight end, we have Brevin Jordan from Miami. He is a monster. Same with Colby Parkinson, 6'7", 250. But I really do think tight end is one of the few positions we are absolutely dead set on because Dallas Goedert is one of the best tight ends in football, if not the best tight end right now. But there's some nice tight ends here. Matt Bushman, BYU, Brock Wright, Notre Dame. You know what? We could use a backup tight end, but I think we're fine at tight end, especially because you know, we're just fine there. We're good. But offensive line, we can always get better on the offensive line, and this is a draft class that has good top-end talent. You have Foster Sarrell, Penny Sewell, Jackson Carman. All three of those guys would be franchise tackles. Do we have a franchise tackle on the roster? No. We traded for that star dev tackle, Bobby Evans from the Green Bay Packers, and he is a turnstile. So, yeah. And you got Daniel Falele, 6'9", 400 pounds from Minnesota. This guy here is just an eater of worlds. Could be a great mid-round selection for us. In the interior, Navon Donaldson is good. Wyatt Davis is good, and they're not, you know, don't have to burn a first rounder on them. So they're definitely players I want to keep an eye on. At center, Ben Petrula from Boston College. I mean, center is again, you know, we're fine there. You know, we could always use a better one. Look, Juice Scruggs. That's a guy's real name. I was like, that's awesome. You want to know a true story about Juice Scruggs? His picture for like his high school, he was like swagged out. He was wearing like $300 sunglasses in his like high school picture. It was dope. Where everyone else uses professional. Yeah, that's just a little story about him. Jack Anderson, Jamarie Salyer, again, franchise-type players. I do think we probably should look at the offensive line, to be completely honest with you. Again, more guys that probably can start day one on this team. Petit Frere, Cole Van Lanen, Cade Mays. Sign me up. We're going to get at least one of these guys. I'll tell you right now. Out of all these offensive linemen that we've been talking about, I'm getting at least one, and then maybe I'll try to get the 6'9", 400-pound guy. But size doesn't always mean everything. Haha, puns. But we got, what do you call it? We got Jordan Mailata, and he's not being that great. And if you figure size meant everything, he'd be playing really well, or at least developing really well. And it's not really the case right now with Mailata. But then again, we have him at fullback, so. Look at the defensive side. There's some nice players here. Micah Parsons, KJ Henry, Joshua Kane-Doe, like all that. Look at that length. That's the length that you want coming off the edge. Quincy Roach from Temple. Aiden Hutchinson, another big body guy from Michigan. You got Xavier Thomas from Clemson. I mean, it's not nearly as depth as, say, in real life, this upcoming draft class on the defensive line. But here in 2021, there's some nice players. Marvin Wilson, Teron Vincent. It's a good time to need a nose tackle because Marvin Wilson, you got Antoine, you got this guy. I'm not even going to butcher his name, but I mean, let's be honest, it's the most Washington defensive lineman name of all time. Coburn, Dare Rosenthal, like all these guys, 320 plus. You know, unfortunately, we don't run a 3-4, so it's not the best draft class for us, but there are some players that we definitely can look at getting. Nesta Silvera from Miami is really nice. Outside linebacker, you got Dylan Moses from Alabama, Merlin Robertson, definitely top of their class, productive so far. Middle linebacker, you got Ben Davis, Anthony Hines, Gautiot. Probably butchered that, but he's actually really good for USC. Dorian Etheridge from Louisville is really nice. I wouldn't mind. Even Colin Schooler all the way down here in Arizona. These are linebackers I would like to bring in for depth. Right outside linebacker, Yabi Anoma, 6'6", 235. I think ideally he would be a 3-4 outside linebacker, but if he so happens to fall on our draft board, we can make him a defensive end, I think, with that size and that length and that upside. Look at the secondary. You know, our secondary is really good. That's definitely the pride. Look at this team. Look at our team's built. Offensively, desperately need to get better on the offensive line. Could look at a wide receiver. But then when you look at the defense, our secondary was without a doubt the strength of this team. But there's also a lot of talent here. Patrick Surtain, Jeffrey Okuda, Marco Wilson. These are very much top 10, top 15 talents in this draft class. You know, when you get out in the next, you got Isaac Taylor Stewart. I think he has a YouTube channel. Shout out to him. Al Blades, Asante Samuel Jr. Yes, that is the son of legendary Philadelphia Eagle and New England Patriot. And for like one season, the Atlanta Falcon, Asante Samuel. That could be cool bringing him in. We already got, you know, family tutelage on this team by getting Adam Vinatieri's nephew. There's some good players there, though. In the safety spot, you got LaCoon, B.J. Foster, Andre Cisco, Paris Ford. This guy here, straight up, that's his name, Smoke Monday. Smoke Monday. What are your parents doing? The strong safety, you got Caden Stearns, Jaden Woodbay. I actually think both those guys are going to be very, very good. We don't really necessarily need a strong safety, but I mean, Jordan Poyer is said to be a free agent. We could be just in the market in general for a safety, and I think getting someone like Caden Stearns, or at least putting him on the top or near the top of our draft board, would be pretty decent. Special teams, you get McPherson and Schmidt, couple kickers, couple punters. But our special teams is fine. So that is the preview of the draft class. If you guys are on PC, if you're on Xbox, you can get this class right now. PS4 coming soon. I'll make sure to let you guys know when it happens. But ultimately, as it relates to the Toronto Huskies, start giving me some names that you really want to see on the Toronto Huskies. Don't just troll me with get rid of Tua and bring in Trevor Lawrence, something like that. Because I mean, come on. But there's a lot of big time names like Amon-Ra St. Brown would be dope. Rondale Moore would be dope. There's a lot of good names. So let me know, guys. And that will do it for today. Like I said, I don't want to make it like an easy episode or anything like that. So in 2 days, on Thursday, there will be a brand spanking new Huskies. Could very well end up being a doubleheader. I don't know yet. But we'll be back post-bye. This to get the followed of what happens at the quarterback spot with Tom Savage in his record-breaking year. Tua Tagovailoa, supposedly healthy, ready to go. Who is going to be our starting quarterback? Who do you think? Let me know in the comments as well. Who do you think will be the starting quarterback coming out of this bye? But that does it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. And until next time, it's C4 saying, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you're hyped for the 2021 draft classes. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a